What's up, YouTube? Tonight we're going to be talking about a true story that happened to me. This was a few years ago. I'm not going to say exactly where, but I was up off of 331 at a crystal clear blue lake, deep out in the woods, and I brought my dogs there to go swimming, and I get in the water, and the dogs are coming behind me. Their names are Mandy and Heidi. I miss them. I don't have them anymore, but yeah, I get into the water. And with my luck, guess what happens? I'm looking, out into the water, and an alligator starts swimming towards me. And the dogs are, getting all jumpy because they wanted to go in the water, but I kept telling them, no, don't go in the water, don't go in the water. So they stood there on shore, and I stood between the alligator and the dogs for about 30 minutes until the gator left. And I told Mandy and Heidi, get back in the truck. We jumped in the truck, and then we never went back. So now I'm going to talk about something else that happened to me about a few years ago. Of course, you guys know I do long distance swimming. I went to Navarre Beach, where the bridge is at. It's 1.25 miles across the sound. I jump in the water at the boat ramp, and I start swimming. I'm, maybe a quarter, not even halfway across, and I hear something. A boat comes up behind me, and the guy's following me. There's people in the boat. They're looking at me. And of course, I kept swimming, and then I'm about, crossing the channel. I was already out of it, at that point. And the guy said the Coast Guard's going to arrest you if you don't get out of the channel. But I was already, out of the channel. So I'm swimming along, almost back to the park, and I hear something. I'm by a dock. I hear something. I look back, and here comes the Coast Guard boat. But at that point, I was able to hide. So just as they passed, I swam back to shore. And I was running across the bridge, and I hear something. Here comes a Coast Guard helicopter. I looked up. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. They actually sent the Coast Guard helicopter? So, of course, I run back across the bridge, and I get back to my truck at the boat ramp parking lot. And I look out, and there's a Coast Guard boat talking to a bunch of people. But, of course, I jumped in my truck, and I drove away. That was the end of that. Then we're going to talk about another something else that crazy happened to me a few years ago. I went down to a 30A. I'm not going to say where, but basically I did a swim. It was a red flag day, and somebody had called 911. And guess what? The Coast Guard, the EMS, the fire department, the lifeguards were all deployed. And come to find out, they had $6 million worth of resources looking for me. I didn't find this out until a few months later. But yeah, it really is a shame how much people overreact to the simplest of things. Then I'm gonna talk about something else that happened a few years back. There's a place called Gant Lake. It's up in Andalusia, Alabama. I had swim across the lake. It's about 1 mile across, 1 mile back. And I swim across the lake, and I'm on my way back. There's an old man sitting in the car, okay? He's just sitting there, looking at me. And I'm swimming along. Everything is good. And then, guess what? I get back to shore, and I'm walking back to my truck, and I see a bolt of lightning, and a split second, boom! And I look behind me. It was the exact same path that I swam at, so I should be dead right now, but I'm still here. Then I'm going to talk about something else that happened up there at Gant Lake. I went there another day to do a swim. I swim across the lake. I'm on my way back, and I'm looking, okay? And there's this little red car parked next to my truck. I didn't know what to think of it. I'm like, oh, well, maybe just some stupid guy sitting in his car. And I'm going back to shore, at the end of the swim. And cops are pulling into the parking lot. And there was a guy with a jet ski. He had pulled in, and he came up to me and he said, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And come to find out, it was actually a fat guy in a little red Toyota car. He had actually called the police, and 5 cops showed up and basically tried to violate my rights and asked me for my identification, all because I swam across the lake. Can you guys believe that? People just cannot mind their own business. I just don't get it anymore. I swim along perfectly fine, not bothering anybody, but people go, "Oh, there's somebody swimming, we're so concerned." We're concerned. This is how you know if somebody's in trouble. They'll be waving their hands. They'll be panicking. And I'm swimming along perfectly fine. Not, giving no distress signals. But still, it happens. People just can't not mind their own business. But yeah, guys, if you guys like this video, make sure you subscribe, drop a comment, hit the thumbs up, and help spread the word, help the channel grow. And you guys never know, when I'll upload my next video, I try to upload every day. But yeah, guys, be safe, watch out for them alligators, and only call 911 if it's really important. Don't waste their time. And once again, pick your trash up and put it where it belongs. I will see you guys later, and remember, subscribe.